Hey, it's Jaime with Echo Real Estate Advisors. Today we're looking at Instagram ads. Now, I know we're used to running Facebook ads and that has worked out well for us, but there is a ton of opportunity in Instagram ads as well. So we're going to look into that. Now, if you're new to Instagram or don't have an account, or maybe have an account but don't use it, no worries. However, one recommendation I have for you is start using it and I know it's very vague and very macro, very not too detail oriented, so I want to provide some practicality to that advice. So for the next 3 days, post 3 times every single day. That's it. We're not suggesting 7 days. The next 3 days, if you have an account, start one, create a little bio, show who you are, and post. Just post whether you're showing a home, you're taking a listing. If you don't have either or don't have clients at this time, go into your garage, get your sign out, put it in your front yard, take a picture with it, looking for a new home, something like that, right? So post something that is visual. Instagram is for video and pictures, so more visual. It's not a blog. It's again very visual. So doing something right off the bat, doing something today is going to take you miles ahead. There's a lot of Instagram opportunity, so that's what we're going to leverage. So if you are new or don't have an Instagram ad, go over and play around with it. So that's one suggestion that I have. I'm not going to suggest that you create an ad today. I'm going to suggest you create an ad in 3 days if you're new to Instagram. The reason I suggest that is because I want you to be familiar with it. I want you to see what you can and can't do. I want you to see what Instagram stories are, what you can and can't post from dimension standpoint, what stands out, what doesn't. So that would be your homework. If you already have an Instagram account and you are pretty phenomenal at it, meaning you're constantly posting, you're constantly engaging, you know the functionality and everything within, fantastic. The one thing that I'm going to suggest for you, and this goes back over to the Instagram newbies, is to go to this website, which you're seeing right in front of you, facebook.com business/help, and we're going to look at Instagram placement. So it's a very short read. I know it looks like quite a bit, but you're going to knock this out in less than 10 minutes. I guarantee it. In less than 10 minutes, it's a good guideline to follow, because these are the guidelines for Instagram, where you find out, all right, the length of video that you can post, what you can, is it 60 seconds? How many seconds can I get away with in the ads feed or in the ad stories? What dimensions? What type of format? So you're looking through here, and it gives you all of that. You'll have the specs, create, manage, results, all that stuff. So go through, read it. It's going to take you less than 10 minutes. It's a good idea to just understand what Instagram placements are. As far as the functionality, that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to run a Instagram ad. I almost said Facebook ad because we're so used to them. But Instagram ad, we're going to go over, and it starts from the same place. It starts from your ads manager. Everything is going to be the same, except it's going to be displaying in Instagram. And there are some specs that you do want to be familiar with, like as we were looking at here, in terms of the video length, what will show, what won't show, what format it needs to be in, and things of the like. So they're minor. But with that being said, let's jump in and let's run an ad. Again, we're more focused on the technical component of it, so how to actually run it. We're not gonna get too bogged down in getting the audience just right. We are not going to get too bogged down in getting the perfect imagery. I just want to share with you how simple it is to create an Instagram ad and where you need to go to do it. The ad copy is going to be the same that you've been running, and there's a lot of other videos in this channel that have the ad copy to use. So we have quite a few videos about that. And with those types of videos, as we're going through and looking at every single click that we do, it takes about 45 minutes. This video will not be 45 minutes. So let's go. Again, you're going to log into your ads manager. This isn't new to you if you've been running Facebook ads. If you haven't, then it is new. We're going to put Instagram, continue, Instagram up here, if I can spell it. All right, and then you have choose where you want to drive traffic. So a traffic campaign will allow you to put a link to an external source. So where do you want it to go? Do you want it to go to a website, to an app, to your messenger, WhatsApp? We're going to select website. And then you're going to see some options depending on when you're watching this video. What's going on with the mouse? Depending on when you're watching this video, these options of a dynamic creative or an offer, they may or may not be there. So Facebook is undergoing through, well, they always do. So they put out demos or betas or trying different things out, and then the next day they're gone. So we're not going to dig into too much of these because depending on when you're watching it, these features may not be around. Because there's always that testing, like, well, what does work, what doesn't work. Very similar to us in our businesses, we try out different things to see what works and what doesn't work. So we're not going to get bogged down in the externalities or special features. We're going to go straight to the main course. All right, let's see. Where do we want to market today in our Instagram? Arlingram. That's where we want to market. All right, we're going to select Arlington, which is in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex where the Dallas Cowboys play. I am not a Cowboys fan. I am a Minnesota Vikings fan. So there's that. Just needed to make that distinction. Let's narrow it down. 10 miles. And we are going to go after home buyers. So I'll give you just a quick overlay of an audience that is working right now. We are going to have interest in Zillow. We are going to have interest in Trulia. We are going to have interest in Realtor.com. Okay, now that's good. And we're going to breeze right through this again. There's more detailed videos in this channel, which I highly suggest that you subscribe and hit that notification button so you know when the next video drops. I've been promising 2 videos per week. Lately it's been 5 videos per week, so take advantage of that. I'm not sure how long I can keep that production because I do have other businesses to run. So we'll see how long that lasts. So for the time being, know that we're at 5 videos a week. So take advantage of it. And we want to narrow the audience, as you saw there. Just so you see it. We want to narrow the audience, and we want to layer in something else to get us more detailed targeting. You see that there's 200,000 people that are interested in or have shown interest in Realtor, Trulia, Zillow, the big players in the space when it comes to the real estate industry. So there's a level of interest when it comes to real estate. So we want to layer in an additional target interest, and we are going to go after married individuals. So when you marry, here we go, and engaged, most likely when you're engaged or married, there's real estate considerations, whether you each the bride and the groom, if they own homes, then possibly one gets sold or gets used as a rental property, then they move into one, or they sell both, and then they get into, that would be great, right? Getting all 3 deals, selling both homes, and then getting a larger home. That would be cool. but the majority of the home buyers, especially with the criteria that we've selected to now, will probably be renting. And then they'll be looking at their first home purchase. Then we're going to exclude a few folks real quick. We're going to exclude other people like myself, realtors. And we're looking for job professions. We're not looking for interests. And then you would go through, you can select Keller Williams, you can select Century 21, you can select Remax, you can select several others. Right now, even though it's a large brokerage, you can't select EXP Realtors. I'll confirm that for you right now. Yeah, so I expect that job title to be added very shortly, because there are a lot of real estate agents that have joined EXP, so that is going to be coming. Just so you see it. Again, you're looking for employers on the right-hand side, but I don't want to continue going down that rabbit hole. This is the important part. This is going to drive what we're doing, which essentially is Instagram ads, right? I have not suggested automatic placements in the past, and I don't think that I will in the future unless I see, with my split tests, I see something drastically different. We would traditionally go to edit placements and unselect everything else if we were running a traditional Facebook ad independent of a messenger ad. But in this case, instead of us unselecting Instagram, we're going to unselect Facebook. And we solely want to run this ad on Instagram. Now, this I'll leave up to you, but know that you can select to only market to desktop or only market to mobile. For this example, I'm going to leave both, but if you wanted to be conservative with your ad spend, or if you wanted to split test this would be a phenomenal way to do it. Run an ad solely for mobile or run an ad solely for desktop and see what the differences look like. For our purposes, we're going to leave both of them. So I just wanted to point that out, that you can certainly do that. We have 50,000 people that we're reaching, so we're going to select $1 per 10,000. So we're going to say $5 a week. You can select more, you can select less. I like to go with $1 per 10,000 people reach. Or you can do a lifetime budget. So the lifetime budget, you can give it $100 for the week, and then it wouldn't break it down to an even split. It's not, if you do $100 for 20 days, it's not going to break it down into 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. It's going to break it down to where the engagement is. You're going to see some days that your ad spend was only $3 or so. You're going to see some days where your ad spend was $8, $10. So the algorithm, Facebook's algorithm, is adjusting based off of the lifetime budget. So don't expect a linear spend. Expect something a little bit more sporadic. For us, it's going to be sporadic because we don't necessarily understand the Facebook algorithm in its entirety, but we know enough to expect that. And then here, we'll go into the differentiation between landing page views and link clicks. If you do link clicks, every time you click on it, that is a spend. So that is, you get charged for that. The difference between that and landing page views is if you choose landing page views, it will wait until your page actually loads. So if you know that your website is slow, or if you don't have landing pages and you know that there's a lot of multimedia on your website, it would be of benefit to you to go ahead and click landing page views, because you know that your website is not the most functional and it takes a bit longer for it to actually upload. And if you're going on the link clicks, then you're going to be charged whether that website loads or not. So if you have a high bounce rate because your website is loading slower, then that's going to be an issue. you may be better off with doing landing page views. So I did want to point that out because that is one of the most common questions that I get when someone is running Instagram ads for the first time. We're going to go to continue. We're just going to keep posting that. And then this is where you would select your Instagram account. Mine's already connected, so select an Instagram account to represent your business. In your Instagram ad, to manage available Instagram accounts, contact your business manager admin. So mine's already connected. You're going to be asked to connect your Instagram account here if this is the first time that you're running it, but it shouldn't be too difficult for you. What is going on with my mouse? It's dancing quite a bit. All right, and at the format, very similar. Again, there's not much difference from your traditional Facebook ads to your Instagram ads. As you saw, the interface is essentially the same. The only edit that we've done differently than our traditional Facebook ads has been unselecting Facebook altogether and only running Instagram. You don't even have to do that. You could actually run the same ad on both interfaces. I don't suggest that because I want there to actually be a split test. I want to see that distinction between each, and I want to be more intentional with the type of ad that I run and the format that I run it in. So that's the reason. But there's nothing stopping you from running the ad across all channels, across your Messenger, across your newsfeed, across your Instagram stories, or anything of the like. So feel free to include all of them, but this is very intentional, a Instagram ad. We're going to select a video, and you'll see that those recommendations or these specifications that we saw at the beginning of the video, and this link will be in the description below, but know that you can just Google this information and it'll come up. But the specs are here as well to give you a speedy version, so cliff notes of what you can and can't upload. They'll of course tell you, hey, the ad was rejected for X, Y, and Z reason, but this gives you a upfront information of, hey, what exactly will go wrong with my ad if in case it gets rejected. Let's see, we'll just browse library for this example. This one looks good. Duration 21 seconds. I like that. That's not too lengthy. Again, this feature just came online a few weeks ago. I'm not going to bother going down that rabbit hole because, again, depending on what you watch this video, it'll change. It just will change. So I know enough to know that. Your perfect ad copy here. And then when you're going to go grab your website URL, I'm just going to go and grab the URL of one of my funnels just to have something in place. And then very similar, again, you see the interface and the way to create it is pretty much identical. It's just the placement and the intentionality of what it's going to look like. So you're seeing the demo over here on what the feed is going to show, and then the Instagram stories. So for Instagram stories, I would choose something a little bit more vertical, and that's a distinction that I would do. For this demo, we're not too worried about it, but you see the clear difference of the way that it's presented. You want, on your Instagram feed, you see a more horizontal layout versus the Instagram stories, you see a little bit more vertical. So it would be to your benefit to provide either a image or a video that's a bit more vertical to use up a little bit more real estate, unintended, that you're trying to run. And then you just hit confirm and you're off and running. So going back to let's just make sure it goes to confirmed. Going back to the business help, again, it would be a good idea to just run through this once and you're good to go. If you're new to Facebook, I'm sorry, if you're new to Instagram, go ahead and create your account. Go ahead and play around with it a little bit further. Get your bearings on what you can and can't do. It's a little bit different from Facebook, so you may have tried to log in before and it just became too cumbersome and you just stuck with Facebook. But now's the time to go ahead and jump over to Instagram. It's continuing to grow. A lot of your clients should be there and are there, so it's a good benefit for you to learn it already. And there's a lot of assets, a lot of digital assets that you can leverage, which are phenomenal pictures of a home or something interactive. There's a lot of people that are seeking engagement from people that are active, in the sense of there is something about being out on the road in between the hours of 9 and 5, which a lot of people don't have that luxury, if you will, as they're in their place of work. But anyway, that is Instagram ads. If there's any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll get to them and I'll reply to every single one of them. Also, like, comment, share, and subscribe with anybody. Subscribe and hit that notification button, but share with anybody that you think will benefit from this. This goes beyond just real estate. This goes for any entrepreneur out there that's trying to get a client or a customer.